It's 8:30. Good morning. I'm Ian Crouch with Hunter News. Northbound traffic is slowly returning to normal after a crash on the M1 Pacific motorway at Morisset. The Westpac rescue helicopter and 2 ambulance crews were called to treat a female patient trapped in her car. It's understood she's been taken to hospital with arm injuries. The northbound lanes of the freeway have reopened, but traffic is still heavy approaching Mandalong Road. Plans for 2 high-rise towers in the Newcastle CBD have been approved despite complaints from neighbours. Council has given the go-ahead for the 14 and 10-storey apartment blocks on a narrow strip of land between Hunter and King Streets. Nearby residents say the towers are too close to them, with a gap of just 4 metres in some parts of the development, while they'll lose sunlight on their apartments for most of the day. A woman accused of the murder of New Zealand firefighter Ian Pullen at Glenridding 2 years ago has been ordered to remain behind bars. It's alleged 30-year-old Nicole Mason and co-accused Joshua Knight struck Mr. Pullen in the head as he lay on the ground after being knocked down by a Toyota Hilux driven by Knight in September 2018. Knight remains before the courts. Mason's solicitor is expected to make a bail application next week. It's feared the Newcastle community could suffer due to a lack of ambulance crews in the city. The Hamilton Ambulance Station has been left with just 1 crew recently instead of 3, with paramedics being deployed to other areas. The Australian Paramedics Association says it's particularly concerning, especially on Friday nights when there are a higher number of cases involving alcohol, violence and mental health issues. The association is urging ambulance management to rectify the situation. Hunter Mensheds, with a strong focus on health, well-being and safety, are being invited to apply for a grant from the National Mensheds Development Program. Sheds in need of cash for IT equipment and training will be prioritised to help shedders stay connected online in light of COVID-19. Lion MP Dr David Gillespie is urging all local sheds to apply.
The grants comprise cash up to $8,000 and down to $6,000. All you've got to do is apply. If you don't apply, you won't be in the running to get these grants for both equipment and infrastructure, tools, and also for health and wellbeing events and programs that the Mensheds all run.
Port Stephens Council has been presented an Excellence in the Environment Award for their efforts to protect a threatened frog species. The Marnie's toadlet was discovered in the region's roadside drains in 2016 and led Council to create new policies to protect it. Council's Kirralie Sheridan says the environment is a big part of life in Port Stephens.
Our community vision for Port Stephens is a great lifestyle and a treasured environment. So our community really values the special uniqueness of Port Stephens environment. This award recognises that we're contributing to environmental management of our roadsides, not only in Port Stephens but for the Hunter region as well.
2NURFM Sport.
Jets defender Nikolai Topor-Stanley says the club has moved on from the shock exit of coach Carl Robinson, with 2 years still left on his contract. The veteran centre-back says the initial shock of hearing the news has passed, with the playing squad shifting their attention to the upcoming pre-season. Club CEO Laurie McKenna says a number of candidates have expressed interest in the coaching job, but a decision won't be made until the club secures a new owner. Maitland defender Tom Davies says he's happy to see former club Newcastle Olympic make the Northern New South Wales NPL playoffs. The sides will go head-to-head in an elimination final at Darling Street Oval on Sunday, with the winner moving on to the grand final qualifier. Meanwhile, Charlestown coach Graham Law says he's pleased with his side's performance this season after making the finals for the first time since 2014. Azuri bowed out in the semis after coming up short in a penalty shootout against Maitland last Saturday. And Newcastle cricketer Jason Sanger has played his first Sheffield Shield match in more than a year after representing New South Wales against Western Australia, scoring just 7 runs. And the winning numbers in Oz Lotto are 28, 21, 14, 26, 32, 9 and 43, and the supplementaries are 35 and 17. 2NURFM News Time, 25 to 9.